Hey family, welcome on back, MarshaunO here. I am your favorite relationship strategist, and I help Christian women that are married or in long-term relationships to stop feeling disconnected and unloved and shift you to feeling heard, understood, and appreciated. Now, the other day we talked about transition and why transitioning is so hard in love. Now, today we are going to speak about how to get to the next level in love. Transitioning and how to get to the next level in love. I have 5 tips for you. Stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned until the very last tip and share this with a friend who you know needs to hear this message. Definitely go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button if you have not as of yet. So now let's jump into how to get to the next level in love, because there are so many people who jump into relationships or who are in relationships and really have no idea what they are doing. Now, if you are anything like me, then you were never taught how to be in a relationship, how to show up in a relationship, how to choose a mate to be with in a relationship, and then how to actually stay in a relationship, as well as to create a healthy relationship. Many of us are used to being in toxic relationships or have witnessed our parents or guardians in toxic relationships, and then some of that we have taken on as if it is our own, because we're only showing up and showcasing the very thing that we were exposed to as children. Now, unless you are one of the people who have traveled and experienced different cultures and just witnessed the world from different eyes, then you have probably taken on the same identity when it comes to love, what relationships mean, what marriage means, what the opposite sex actually means, what they're bringing to the table, what they should be doing and should not be doing in your relationship. And so if you never have those conversations about love and about your expectations once you get in a relationship, then you're really just kind of going along with the flow, and even getting frustrated and angry with your partner and or your spouse because they are supposed to just know. That is a falsehood or a fallacy, right? Because if you don't share your expectations, then there is no way that your spouse or partner is going to just know, because many of us have been in more than one relationship, and the things that made one spouse happy, that made one partner happy, may not be the same thing that you need to be doing in order to make this partner happy. So now this is where communication actually comes into play, right? Because we say that communication is key. It really is the key in order for you to get to the next level in love. Communication is the big underlying key. And so now we're going to talk about ways to communicate so you can get to the next level in love. The very first thing is to be truthful with your feelings. I know that seems like a no-brainer, like duh, of course I'm going to be truthful, but you have no idea how many people that I coach, how many people that I just have regular everyday conversations with, and they are consistently saying how they are not showing up and speaking their truth. They are going along with the flow so they don't have to rock the boat, right? So they're not making their partner feel a certain type of way, so they themselves are not being uncomfortable and pushed to another level. Well, they're never going to get to the next level in love if you're not stretching yourself, if you're not getting out of your comfort zone, if you're not having those difficult conversations. So you must be open and honest and truthful with your feelings. If there is something that you are not receiving in love, then guess what? I truly believe that you can say anything that you want to say. It's all about the timing. It's all about how you say it. It's all about your body language, right? So if you get those 3 things right, you can say whatever it is that you need to say. And guess what? The way that you say these things is you talk about yourself. So specifically to this one, you're talking about your feelings. So what you would say is something like, I feel hurt whenever you don't give me a hug and actually speak to me when you walk in the room. It reminds me of my mom when she would come home and never acknowledge me. I would really like it if you would say hello, give me a kiss, and then go on about your evening to say, you know what, let me decompress for 15 minutes, an hour, right? So not only are you still telling them that you have a disdain in your mouth for them not speaking to you, and this could be a him or a her, right? But you're also saying, I don't like it because of this reason, right? It could have something to do with your partner or spouse. Usually it doesn't. Usually it's deep-seated, something that is your trigger that is triggering you. And then the third part of that is you are now giving them the solution. So you're telling them that your hurt feelings, that you are hurt. You're also telling them why this came about to make you hurt, why this is triggering you, what is making you rethink this thing. And then the third thing, you are bringing a solution to the table. So you can say whatever you want to say. If you use that template right there, you can say whatever you want to say. Remember the timing, remember your tone, and also remember your body language. If you remember those three as well as the template, yes, take out your phone, pause the video, write it down so you can have it, so you can use it, because you want to get to the next level in love. You need to be able to communicate a better way than you've ever done before. The second thing is to continue to ask for the things that you are not receiving. See, some people think that they need to close their mouth, and then they're just huffing and puffing about the things that they're not receiving, and huffing and puffing not to the very person that can actually fix this thing for them. They're huffing and puffing to their friends. They're huffing and puffing to their coworkers. They're huffing and puffing to everybody except the person that can help with the problem, that can help to solve the issue. Your partner, your spouse. And so if you're talking to everybody else, your spouse is not a mind reader. And guess what? Usually the people that you are talking to are not the people that you should be speaking to about your love life. Why am I saying that? Because most of the time, you're telling it to the people that you want to agree with you. What I mean by that is usually the toxic people who don't want to see you win in your relationship. Let's be real. So they're giving you this bad advice. Girl, I wouldn't put up with that. Meanwhile, they putting up with way more than what you putting up with. Or they're super single, always irritating. And there's nothing wrong with being single, so please don't misunderstand what I'm saying with that. But this person, not only are they single, they're always frustrated. They're the negative Nancy, all the time have something negative to say. They're never going to give you like, listen, I get it, this sucks, but is there something that you could be doing to stop this, right? You're never going to hear anything like that. It's always going to be, girl, you need to leave. Girl, I wouldn't put up with that. Girl, this, girl, that. It's never going to be anything positive. So stop telling your stuff to other toxic people, because they are not going to help you. And again, if you would have this difficult conversation, the things that you're not receiving from your partner or your spouse, then that is the only person that can say, hey, your name. And just because you have the conversation does not mean that you're going to get the thing that you're asking for, but it does increase the chances that you will receive it, because again, he or she is the only one that can give it to you, unless you can give it to yourself, right? But you wouldn't be complaining about it if you didn't want your spouse or partner to give it to you. So tell your partner or spouse, the person that can actually help you get to the other side. The third thing is to stop taking everything personally. You know, I talk to a lot of clients and even potential clients that say this is their very thing. They think that everything their partner or spouse says to them, they are taking it as a personal attack, instead of really evaluating what their partner or spouse is actually saying to them and what the issue actually is, versus, well, you saying that I feel like you attacking me, like you attacking my character. Now granted, some of y'all tactless. Some of y'all are probably attacking the other person's character, but not the majority, right? So stop taking everything personally. Look beyond. Go beneath the surface of what he or she actually just said to you. Get to the root cause, because when you get to the root why, when you get deep down in the roots, guess what? Now you're actually getting to the root cause of why he or she is saying the very thing that he or she is saying to you. So get to the root cause. Stop taking everything so personally, because if I'm trying to get to the next level in love, and if you are trying to get to the next level in love, you are not always going to like, enjoy, or really want to even receive the thing that your partner or spouse is saying to you. But guess what? It is for the betterment of your relationship. The fourth thing is to stop being scared to enforce your boundaries. You have your boundary for a reason. And if you are scared to enforce these boundaries, then I hate to break it to you. You don't need to be in a relationship, because people are only going to do to you what you allow them to do. This includes your spouse. People are going to do to you what you allow them to do, including your spouse, including your children, including everybody in life that you allow to run over you. They will. It's human nature. How much can I get away with? I'm just gonna push the needle. Listen, I got a 4-year-old toddler, and she's always trying to assert herself to let me know, nah, I don't want to do that, Ma. I don't want to do that. And so then I have to, boss up and let her know who the actual boss is, right? But I have to lay those boundaries down, because if I don't, guess what? As she grows older, and now me being fickle, me being scary, I'm gonna start getting beat up as a mama. No, that not on my watch, okay? So now I need to train her in the way the child should go right now, right? So she won't depart from it. She will always know that mama is the boss, no matter how old she is. Listen, my mama still got me knowing that she the boss, and I'm 44, okay? I understand. There is no disrespect to my mom, even as I'm 44, because she laid the foundation when I was a little tot. The same space my toddler is in currently. So you must be able to lay those boundaries even in your love life, even when you're scared, because when you don't, you will not be taken seriously. You will not be taken seriously. And if you want to be taken seriously and again get to the next level in love, boundaries is a part of it. Boundaries is a part of getting to the next level in love. The fifth and final thing is literally to get 100% real with everything. Starting with yourself. You must be real with yourself about the current state of your relationship, about where you actually want your relationship to go and beyond. So where are you currently? How do you want to change, said area? In this case, your relationship. Write those things down and literally start working on those things so you can change the trajectory of your relationship around 180 degrees. I don't want to say 360 because that's coming back to the starting point. 180 degrees, you want to change your relationship around, and now you have to do something different. So you must get 100% real with yourself in order to ever get to the top 1% of couples that have extraordinary relationships. There's no way that you can do it if you don't get real with yourself. There's no way that you can do it if you don't get real with the current state of your relationship. If you're living in la la land, you'll never get to the next level in love. This is about maturing. This is about taking it to the next level. And as I mentioned in the last video, transition is hard. Again, this is MarshaunO. I am your favorite relationship strategist, and I love you guys, and there's nothing that you can actually do about that. I will see you in a future video. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye now.